Hey guys, y'all didn't think I forgot about Mustache Monday now, did you? Happy Mustache Monday. So we're gonna do a little math on the bayou today. So I want you to take your folder of information that I talked about with you in the overview video, the first video you watched, out, and I want you to go ahead and find Monday's work, because at the top of Monday's information, there's this handy little study guide kind of thing with perimeter. Remember, we hang on to these pages so that we have this information from the top. So we're going to be talking a little bit this morning about perimeter. So you can take this out and put it to the side to keep this study guide portion handy, because we'll be referring back to it. I'm going to put it to the side right here. But I also want you to get your expo marker and your the page protector that has the white piece of paper in it. That's going to serve as your whiteboard for this week. So I want you to grab that out, because we're going to do some practice on that as well. I have a handy chalkboard out of one of the boys' rooms and some chalk that we're going to use to do some perimeter checking. Okay, so if you look at the top, right now I'm at the top of this little box. It says that perimeter is the distance around a polygon. The perimeter is found by finding the sum of the length of all the sides, okay? So what is the sum? What is the sum? Do you remember what the sum is? Sum of a problem. Oh yeah, it's the answer. The answer to what type of problem? An addition problem. Good. So I'm going to take this off because I know how y'all are, and I know it's probably distracting you right now, and because remember what happens when I wear that thing? I can't breathe. Oh mercy. Okay, so the sum of the distance, right, around a polygon. A polygon is just any figure that is multi-sided. So it's any shape, a multi-sided figure. Okay, so we're going to find the perimeter by adding. It says that perimeter equals side A plus B. Oh, this is a beautiful A and a beautiful B. Good. Plus C equals, right? Because we add up all the sides to get perimeter. Okay, so A plus B plus C, or whatever sides you have. This is for the triangle that you see at the top of your page. Okay, so let's say that side A of this triangle equals, let's say 2 centimeters. Okay, beautiful 2 and a beautiful cm for centimeters. Good. Plus 3 centimeters, that's side B. And side C is going to be 2.5 centimeters. Ooh, a decimal. Can you add decimals? You can add decimals. You can do that. Okay, so over here on the side, we're going to work this problem out. So on your whiteboard, I want you to get your expo marker out. I'm going to let you have a second to catch up. Pause the video if you need to. And I want you to write our problem over here to the side. So to find the perimeter of this triangle, I need to add side A, B, and C together. So I need to add what? I need to add, good, 2 centimeters, plus, what's another side? 3 centimeters, plus, what's the last one? 2.5 centimeters, right? What's important when we're adding decimals? The important thing when we're adding decimals is that we keep our place value in line, right? So make sure that you're lining those up. So I'm going to say 5/10 of a centimeter plus what? Do I have anything else up here to add my 5/10 to? No, nothing else has a decimal, right? So 5 plus 0 plus 0, there's no value here. It's going to equal 5 centimeters. Good. Bring your decimal down. Keep your decimal in order. 2 plus 3 plus 2 is 7. So the perimeter of this triangle is 7.5 centimeters. How else could I say 7.5 centimeters? How else could you say that? You could say Yeah, 7 5/10, right? Or you could say 7 1/2, right? Either way, that would be correct. Okay, so that's how we're going to solve these perimeter problems. You're going to add up all the sides to get perimeter. Okay, I want for you in just a second, whenever we're done, I don't want you to go ahead. Please don't solve this whole page yet, because you know how we do. We pick a few problems and we go with it. So just hang on a second. But I want to explain to you another thing that I'd like for you to do today, and it's going to be called our perimeter hunt. Okay. So I want you to either look around your house or go outside, and I want you to find some things that you can measure and find the perimeter of. So for example, I'm looking right now at my earring. I could find the perimeter of my earring. Well, that's kind of weird. How would I do that? Well, look here. Do you see that we have, this is a shape because it's a polygon because it has many sides, right? And it's a closed figure, so it's a polygon. So I could measure each of these sides, this side, that side, that side, right? And all I would need to do is add up all the sides to get the perimeter of this polygon. Do you see that? So I could do that. What would I measure this polygon in? Should I use inches for this polygon? I don't know that this is even 1 whole inch. So what should I do? Centimeters maybe? Maybe even I might need to use the millimeters, right? The little tiny marks that are in between the centimeters. So you're going to need to be mindful of that as well. Each of you have your ruler in your bag, so make sure that you grab your ruler out. You're going to, on some notebook paper, I want you to find 2 different figures around your house. So for example, my figure would be, I can't get my earring back in, would be my earring, and then I would need to go and find something else. And I want you in your math notebook with your pencil to draw a picture of the figure. So y'all know I'm an artist, right? Y'all remember that about me. So it's going to be a beautiful drawing. Oh, it kind of looks like home plate. And that's kind of a win-win. Okay, so here's my earring. I'm going to label it because, you know, I'm an artist. So even though I'm an artist, sometimes it's kind of hard to understand what I'm drawing. So here's my earring, a picture of my earring. And then I'm going to label the sides. So the actual measurement of each side. So let's say, and I'm totally making this up, right? Because I didn't take my ruler out and actually measure it. So I'm going to say that this one is 1 centimeter. Okay. This one is 1 centimeter. This side is 1 centimeter. This side is 1.5 centimeters. I don't know. This side is 1.5 centimeters. Okay, so I labeled my whole little picture. And then over here to the side, right over yonder, we're going to do the math behind it. Okay, so we're going to actually do the work to get perimeter. What's our formula for perimeter? Do you remember? Add up all the sides. That's our trick. Good. Okay, so 1 cm plus 1 cm plus another cm plus 1.5. Good. And another 1.5. Okay. Can you see what I'm doing here? So we're going to add up all our sides. 5 and 5 is 10. 0, carry your 1. That made another whole. Drop your decimal, just like we usually do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And don't forget your unit of measure. Super important, right? So my perimeter equals, of my earring equals 6 centimeters. Okay. Got that? Now I said that we could also do a hunt, right? So I'm going to bring y'all on a hunt to find something else to measure perimeter. Let's see here. So we could go outside. Tried to flip my camera, but y'all know I'm not so techie. Oh, look, here's this thing. I'm not sure what this thing is. It looks like maybe a target or something that the boys were using to shoot. You just never know what they're gonna do. So I don't know what this is up here for, but it's bolted into this tree. But could I find the perimeter of this figure? I could by measuring it, right? So you would need to take your ruler out. I could probably use feet for this one, or inches, right? You would decide the best unit of measure. I would draw this out in my notebook, and I would label it, add up your perimeter, right? And then you guys could take a picture of that for me, maybe with your mustaches. I don't know, because it's Mustache Monday, so you might need to send that as well. So here is our page for today, in addition to our perimeter hunt, which I'd like for y'all to go on. So on this page, go ahead and take this page out. You got it? Pause the video if you need to. At the bottom it says class practice, right? Class practice, and that's number 1. I want you to do all of number 1 on class practice. And then I want you to also do number 2. Now, number 2 is a little bit different. Number 2 is the perimeter of a rectangle. Okay, so let's do an example problem for perimeter of a rectangle. I almost said rectangle. Silly wabbit. I almost said rectangle. Okay, so I want you to get your Expo marker out again. And we're going to do a couple problems for perimeter of a rectangle, because it's going to have you do those just a little bit different. It gives you a formula. P means perimeter, right? P equals, do you see this? 2 times L. Oh, that's in parentheses. That means that we're going to do that first. Plus 2 times W. Okay? So I'm going to draw a picture of, just now we went and saw that little rectangle thing on the tree, right? Ooh, that's beautiful. I'm an artist, y'all. So here's my rectangle that we saw on the tree, right? And let's say my length was 26 inches. 26 inches, how much is that? 2 feet. I know that a foot is 12, so 12 times 2 is 24. That's 2 feet and 12 inches. Wrap your brain around these numbers, y'all. 26 inches, and my width, how wide it is, let's say that that was 12 inches. Okay, are you with me so far? 12 inches here, 26 inches here. Well, sometimes you're going to get on your pages, you're going to have measurements that they don't give you. You're going to have figures, I'm sorry, not measurements. You're going to have figures that don't have all the measurements included on them, because if we're talking about a rectangle, we know that the long sides, this one and this one, are the same length, right? If it's a rectangle, these 2 sides are exactly the same. And we know that this side and that side are exactly the same. So that means that I need to do this formula up here. 2 times my length, which is what? The length is 26, right? Good. 26. Ooh, I made a big number. I'm about to have to do this in my head. 2 times 26, and that's in parentheses for a reason, so go ahead and put your parentheses around it. Good. Plus 12 is my width, right? So it says 2 times width. So 2, that's beautiful, times 12. Okay, y'all hang in there with me just a second. This is going to get a little weird. It's brand new stuff. Here's what this is saying. This is saying that I don't just have 126. I have 2 26s. So I need to put 26 over here too. Okay, you see that? It's also saying I don't just have 1 12. I have how many? 2 12s. Good. So I'm going to put 12 right there. Oops. Inches and inches. Look how beautiful that is. It's great. Okay. So I plugged these numbers in to my picture to wrap my brain around it. Make it make sense, y'all. And then I have them in this formula as well. Now, what could I do here? Could I just add up all these sides and get perimeter? I could. But this is asking you to do it this way. Okay, so instead of adding it repeatedly, repeated addition is multiplication, right? So if I have 2 26s, what do I really have here? 2 times 26. I need y'all here to help me check my math. 2 and 2 is 4, plus 1 more is 52, right? That's the same as 52. Plus, I need to do these parentheses too before I do anything else. 2 times 12. What's 12 times 2? That's 24. That was much easier. Whew. I hope I did this one right. Okay, now what do? I add them together. 4 and 2 is 6. 5 and 2 is 7. What unit are we using? Inches. The perimeter of this rectangle, unless Miss Katie made a mistake, which I might have, is 76 inches. And this is how we found the perimeter of a rectangle. Perimeter equals 2 lengths, length and length, right? Plus 2 widths, width and width, okay? Okay, I think you guys have it. I think you can do it. I want you right now to either, you can choose the order you do the things in. You can choose to do 1 and 2 on your paper first, or you can choose to go on your hunt first. It doesn't matter to me. Refer back to this information at the top if you need to. Give me a call, shoot me a text message, or any of those things if you need my help, okay? I'm right here to help you, just like always. So you guys call me if you need me, okay? Happy perimeter hunting. Bye, guys.